you can also go, if you're lucky enough to get in a warehouse job, which is dry, you're still, it's basically all manual labor, having to, to do those jobs. But there are other jobs which, people I believe were qualified for, and myself was qualified for, is, working out on the boats. Prior to me going out, I was used to, but my job when I first got started there was an unloader. All the fish that came through there, I had to push into a chute to try to, and it went into bins that were distributed and went into the plant. I actually had to touch majority of these fish individually, and it was just like millions and millions of fish. And, bending and stoop labor, having to do that and being wet, and, I'd be up to you'd have to push it out this little chute. And, I was, doing that, but, and I had no problem with that, but to come to find out that, when I was unloading these boats, that the people who were working on these boats were just young kids, were 16, 17-year-old kids of either somebody who was a management of the plant or one of the fishermen's things, and they're white kids who really didn't know anything. And I had I had worked with the Department of Commerce with NOAA prior to going to work up there, and I was certified as a seaman, and could work in the engine room or as a deckhand. But I was having to do, earning and doing the job that I was making half of what these kids were making. And I didn't think that was right. And so, I rebelled that way to the plant manager. Where did these kids go? And in fact, I was able to have him take notice and, would have been able to come back as a deckhand on one of these boats, but I never returned that second year.